Decree 821. What does 821 change?
It ties residency or citizenship to participation in war. It creates legal exposure that does not disappear after leaving Russia.
Because you transition from a narrative asset to an operational one, you are put into the military command structure.
Exactly, and I will repeat clearly, the exposure does not disappear.
This brings us to Section 2, the United States legal exposure. Because I think a lot of people assume geography is a shield. They think if they're in Moscow, U.S. law cannot touch them.
But U.S. citizens remain subject to U.S. federal law, regardless of where they live. The Intelligence Community Analytical Brief does not deal in vague threats. It cites specific statutes.
Let us go through them, because the exact legal code matters.
Mark references statutes from the Intelligence Community Analytical Brief. First, 18 U.S.C. Section 958 and Section 960.
Meaning?
Enlistment or participation in military action against a state at peace with the U.S. federal charges.
And legally, the United States is at peace with Ukraine. So participating in this unprovoked aggression is a direct violation.
Exactly. And then we have 18 U.S.C. Section 2339A and Section 2339B.
Even non-combat rules.
Material support exposure where applicable.
So if someone says, hey, I'm just a mechanic, I am just driving a supply truck.
The law does not care. If you are providing yourself as personnel to a designated entity or sanctioned structure, you are providing material support. You do not have to fire a weapon to face federal charges.
That leads to the darkest part of the brief. 18 U.S.C. Section 2441, the War Crimes Act.
This is where the liability becomes permanent.
Even years later.
Yes, certain violations connected to war, invasion, occupation, deportation, torture, war crimes carry no statute limitation.
No statute of limitations. That means decades from now, the liability is still there.
It never goes away. If you are part of a unit involved in the occupation of sovereign territory or the deportation of civilians, you are permanently exposed.
And there's also 8 U.S.C. Section 1481,
Right.
Citizenship risk.
If an oath of allegiance is taken with intent to relinquish nationality, yes. Decree 821 often requires a formal oath to the Russian Federation.
So you are handing the government the exact evidence they need to argue you intended to give up your U.S. citizenship.
And we have to state clearly, charges can surface years later. Sealed indictments, travel bans, arrest warrants are realistic.
Because they do not need to arrest you in Russia. They just wait.
They wait for you to try and take a vacation to Turkey.